Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Firefighters battling the massive Wickham warehouse fires say their biggest concern today will be the structural integrity of the buildings. The fire has been contained to two buildings at the Wool Store complex, and hundreds of residents were evacuated from around 250 homes. Crews are still at the scene and are developing a plan to put out the remaining hotspots and allow residents to return to their homes. Superintendent Adam Dewberry says crews are working at a safe distance today.
It's a significant concern, structural collapse of those buildings, because they are an older type construction and they have lost their strength by the floors and the columns that are inside, which have been consumed by the fire.
Meanwhile, a police investigation is underway to determine the cause of the fire. Superintendent Wayne Humphrey says it's important sightseers keep away to allow police and fire crews to safely continue their work.
There are a number of road closures in place and we would ask people to stay away. There is nothing to see now. Stay away.
A win for People Power, with the state government backflipping on plans to ship large amounts of toxic sludge from Sydney to Newcastle. The state government wanted to send 12,000 cubic metres of waste by barge from a Northern Beaches construction site to Mayfield, but the government has told a parliamentary inquiry the plan has been abandoned and it will now be processed in Sydney. Newcastle MP Tim Crackenthorpe says the proposal should never have been on the table.
The pushback on this ludicrous plan was fierce, and rightly so. I mean, I think Sydney always underestimates Newcastle and just how passionately we feel. We're not Sydney's dumping ground and we should not take their waste. Well, they get infrastructure. So I really want to thank everyone who stood by me and fought against this. I mean, we won.
The Hunter is bracing for some heavy weather as an east coast low tracks south. The Weather Bureau says up to 90 millimetres of rain is expected in Newcastle today, with the chance of a thunderstorm, heavy rainfall and gusty winds tonight. A severe weather warning remains in place for large and powerful surf along our coastline. Flash flooding is also possible today, and the Newcastle SES at Tighes Hill and Catherine Hill Bay say they have sandbags available for collection for residents in these areas who may need them. An associate professor at the University of Newcastle is the first ever recipient of the New South Wales Women in Surgery Leadership Award. Dr. Amanda Dawson was recognised for her work training medical students in the region, as well as her national leadership roles. Dr. Dawson says she's honoured to act as a role model for emerging female surgeons across the region.
I'm really keen to help to represent our regional trainees and really touched by receiving this award because I think it allows the opportunity for us to put that regional perspective about surgical training in the spotlight.
The Lake Macquarie Glam Conference will go ahead tomorrow with a focus this year on how to engage with Indigenous voices in galleries, museums and libraries. Volunteers and workers across the industries are set to hear from keynote speakers and experts at the two-day event. Council Arts, Culture and Tourism Manager Jackie Hemsley says it's a great opportunity for people to take their careers to the next level or just learn something new.
Our keynote speaker is Dr. Terry Janke, who will be talking about Indigenous and Aboriginal inclusion within the GLAM sector. We also have the University of Sydney with regards to digital placemaking and inclusion involving the Smart Cities program within the GLAM sector.
2NURFM Sport.
The Newcastle Jets women's side has been left in 7th place after a 2-0 loss to Melbourne City last night. The team will play Brisbane in back-to-back games this weekend, where they'll compete for the upper hand. Captain Cassidy Davis told 10, despite the loss, last night's game showed their strength.
Yeah, very proud. I thought we played some of our best football tonight, and against a tough team, we can show that we're competitive, and although we didn't get the 3 points, I'm very proud of the girls.
Local surfer Sarah Baum was left runner-up at yesterday's Port Stephens Pro Final. After holding the lead throughout the competition, she was edged out of a win just minutes from the siren. The 1,000-point Maroubra Pro will kick off this Friday. The Lambton Jaffers have been pegged as the team to beat in the upcoming Premier League season. Despite the loss of last season's top scorer, Scott Pettit, the team is returning with a strong lineup, including a string of recruits from Broadmeadow Magic. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 4, 6, 19, 20, 29, 31 and 32, and the supplementaries are 26 and 39. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.